Don't get up in the morning unless you can offer the client a commercial solution. Stay in bed and do what 100 other lawyers do every day.
We are starting off the case in the way that traditionally lawyers would think you ended it. We make sure that we've actually secured the evidence and the assets at the very beginning. And then we know there's a target.
Freeze, seize and recover.
ROI is everything.
It's the embodiment of what you and I do. We actually recovered more than we lost. You remember that case, that great case?
Yes.
A shipping case where there was bribery, corruption.
Someone has deliberately doctored the email. It's not really litigation as people know it. This involves burning midnight oils. It involves working ridiculously hard at difficult times. It involves having to react to an emergency at any time of the day or night during an investigation, and then having to wake up judges or having to go and stampede to different sites. The milk case?
Oh, the milk case.
Our adversaries used every which technique to try and do over our clients.
We turned up and they actually concealed the laptop that we were looking for that had all of our data on it. So, you know, things go wrong.
What Gary's firm and our chambers have managed to do recently is establish jurisdiction in England on a case where one wouldn't have thought it was possible. There were no defendants in England, there were no assets in England, and there was no wrongdoing in England. Where I think we are in the forefront is in the way in which we've been using our fraud investigations along with our international law expertise.
What's not being done well is the understanding of the risk and what to do in relation to that risk.
The reality of international fraud litigation is that it's often complicated and the facts develop very quickly.
You need to know what kind of issues to anticipate so that these things don't take you by surprise.
We've really worked together to draw on all of our different experiences in reality to build this case study, which is effectively the ultimate fraud case. The delivery would be based, obviously, in part about the proper academic law that sits behind it.
We'll develop the case study in real time as we go through the course, looking at all of the twists and turns that happen.
The participants in the course will be invited to interact with us, and they'll have the opportunity to raise questions or issues based on their own experiences in this field.
And to share their own curveball.
And to share their own curveballs.
This is not a dry law lecture, but this is how we do it in practice.
We are absolute specialists at what we do, and when we work together in that way, we get results. Tony and I and Leona and Philippa and the things we've done, they're super creative, super transformational. That's what you need. You've got to stay ahead of the bad guys. We all know this area is an area of discretion. And if you've got some creative idea that can help us do our job better, bring it on.